Welcome to RSA Conference 2023. We're here recording live from Broadcast Alley in Moscone West. I'm your host, Adrian Sanabria, and joining me for this interview is Eric Fourrier, CEO and co-founder of GitGuardian. Welcome, Eric.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, me too. We're set up here in Broadcast Alley along some other podcasters, some other media here, and so today we'll be talking about some exciting new features that GitGuardian has, some new modules for the platform. Yeah, I think is how you describe it. For those who might be unfamiliar with GitGuardian, maybe you can kind of tell us a little bit about what you do, what the product does, before these new features that we've been talking about.
Yeah, of course. So actually, we are a French company doing like code security and securing like software supply chain. And we are like specialized in like secret detection, both in like public GitHub repo and internal repos, meaning like we are able to scan public GitHub to find like credential leaks, and also integrate with internal GitLab, GitHub, Bitbucket, any type of VCS to scan code to find secrets and to avoid companies being hacked.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen a lot of breaches.
Yeah.
That come from credentials being in code. Like it's amazing. Like even after, so GitHub, like a lot of these services will tell you if you have secrets, but it doesn't seem like it's 100%. Like it always.
Yeah. So as a company, like there is like stuff we call like secrets pools. So developers, IT people, DevOps, we like spread credential across like different tools. It can be like VCS, like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, but also like messaging system like Slack or in CI log. So it's like, I will say you can like spread secrets in different data sources, and and GitHub has done some work, but still we find tons of secrets in public and private repos and other data sources. So yeah, even I think like even 1 month or 1 month and a half ago, even GitHub like leaked its own SSH SSH key. So I think it happens to everyone, even the best.
Yeah. So that's mainly preventative, finding these secrets, making sure you don't have any secrets in these, right?
So I would say it's both. So we find the secrets, and also we suggest a fix. So it's really important for us. Like we invested like a lot at the beginning of the company in the detection. So building a great secret detection engine with a low false positive rate and a high recall. So meaning able to catch every type of secrets. And like the last, I would say 2 years, we have like invested a lot in what we call remediation. Is like as a company, we will find tons of secrets in large companies, SMBs, and even like especially in large companies, we find like tons of secrets. And after it's what can you do? Is like you need to replace them with a correct way to do it, meaning using a secrets management system like HashiCorp Vault or the cloud native ones, the AWS Secrets Manager or stuff like that. So we will help you like to do this remediation. So, and you have to replace the secrets with the correct way, and also revoke it to avoid like if an attacker succeeds to have access to your code, you can use the secrets to move laterally and take control of your databases, of your cloud, or any of your infrastructure resources.
So what we're talking about today, Honeytokens, is a move from more preventative, finding these secrets that can be abused, into threat detection. Really, right?
So what we really have learned like the couple of years with our customers is like, as I said, we found tons of secrets, and it's a big risk for companies, and it will take times to do the remediation because you have all this history of like code that was produced with secrets inside, and it takes time to do this remediation. And while as a company you're doing this remediation, you are like, if an attacker succeeds to get access to your code, he can use these secrets to move laterally. And really, we want like to prevent this to happen. And it's really the goal of the Honeytoken module. Is really how we can secure your software supply chain. We have seen with the different attacks, it can be you can like hijack a production session from an engineer to get access to source code. So it can be one of your software supply chain providers that has been hacked, like the Codecov hack. So as a company, you will be breached at some time. Like attacker will succeed to have access to your software supply chain, and with the Honeytoken module, you want to know when, how, and who. So basically, what kind of resources the attacker is getting access. With the IP address, we can match like have a sense of who is the attacker, and when we can detect exactly when the Oni token has been triggered by the attacker.
Yeah, so for those who have watched my podcast, Enterprise Security Weekly, we talk about honeytokens and honeypots and how they can be used in detecting attacks quite a bit. But for those not familiar with the concept, honeytokens, I think people who are familiar with it usually think of it as some bit of code or some resource that, when accessed or used, will trigger an alert.
Yeah,
right?
it's exactly. It's like one of the most simple examples we take. It's a fake AWS secret. It's basically like
an API key.
Yeah, a real API key, but giving access to no resources. Actually, it's like the API key has access to no resource from the customer. It's usually our resource, the way we deploy it.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. So basically, as an attacker, now we have seen it in the different, like the past 2 or 3 years. They will use automated, they would build like secret scanning tools. It can be Truffle, it can be GitLeaks, like any kind of secret scanning tools on the market to scan the code of the customers that are trying to attack, to find these secrets and to do this lateral movement. And while they are doing this scanning, they will check the secrets. And when you check the secrets, it will actually trip the Oni token. And just like now the customer will know, okay, this Oni token has been tripped. And they can see, okay, this is this resource, this IP at this time, and you can know he has been breached.
So are the form of the honeytokens all the same? Are they all AWS secrets, or do you have different kinds?
So you can build different types of honeytoken. It can be AWS secrets, it can be fake database credential, it can be fake credit card. So actually the way you can build many honeytokens. I would say what we bring to the table is this idea of fingerprinting each each IT resources with one Oni token. For example, for code, it can be we will place one Oni token in one repository, and with the GitGuardian platform, you are able to know how you can disseminate all these Oni tokens. So you will know, okay, I have, for example, I have put like 1,000 Oni token and in 1,000 repos. And I can know if this Oni token is triggered, it has been this repo that has been breached. So it's called like Oni token fingerprinting. So it's really this idea of disseminating your Oni token in your whole IT infrastructure that really makes you like more like safe against supply chain attack from, and yeah.
And what information do you get when that honey token is triggered?
So we get the classic one, so IP address, user agent, time of the breach.
Okay.
And also what we bring with Oni token, so it can detect if you can place Oni token in your software supply chain, so in your repos, in your Slack channels, in your CI environment variable. But you can also put it in actually your SaaS providers. And so you can have this dual view of knowing, as a company, are my system breached, but also are my third party breached. And so we provide this dual vision, and also with GitGuardian traditional capabilities, because we actually monitor all the public code in real time, so we are able to scan all the public GitHub data. Actually, if your source code has been leaked on GitHub and it contains the Oni token, we're able to find this Oni token in the public code and tell you, okay, be careful. Your source code here is on a public space, so it means you have been breached and some of your code has leaked.
Ah, very nice. Yeah. So that's another. You can track the provenance, you know that where it's come from.
Yeah, exactly. With the Oni token solution, we can protect your software supply chain. You can also protect your third-party providers, and also detect again public code leakage on GitHub.
And I imagine one of the benefits of your module is like if I put out 1,000 honey tokens out there, your solution is keeping track of which one is where.
Exactly.
Right? So when one triggers, I don't just know somewhere one of these thousands that's triggered. I know exactly which one and where. Right?
Exactly, because we are already. That's the beauty of the synergy with our secret detection solution, because we detect secrets. We can also detect our own Oni tokens and know exactly when they are placed, in which repo, in which file, at which line, and so we know exactly what asset has been breached. And we really want to do I will say what we want to provide is really this like massive dissemination at scale of Honeytokens in all your IT assets.
And one of the classic questions I think a lot of people come up to, that occurs to people when they start putting these tokens out into their infrastructure is how do you make sure that you catch the attacker, but that your own employees don't trigger the alert?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think it's the issue with all the cyber world right now. It's avoiding false positives.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are like multiple ways to do it. Is like first, I would say as everything is like educating. You have to put actually you developers and your development team in the loop. And actually, that's what we really want to push. Is really also have this shift left approach for Honeytokens also. So it makes the DevOps and the developer responsible to put this Honeytoken in the code, or like have this dual approach. Will also use automation. So you can use, for example, we can do automated merge requests, so we can put automatically Honeytokens. And so yeah, if your developers team is in the loop, and you educate them about why we're doing this and how it works, it can avoid the false positive. And after you have more like product features, so you can, for example, allow list internal IPs to see, okay, it's a check coming from my network, so maybe but even this, it's not bulletproof. But for me, the best approach is really like the shift left, educate your teams and know like what we are doing, so we avoid like false positives.
And how can customers get access to this new module? Is it built into your existing platform that does the secrets discovery and all that?
Yeah, so we have released like two new models like this year. So both are in beta. So we have the infrastructure as code security, so scanning Terraform files and Kubernetes files to find cloud misconfiguration. There's a new Honeytoken module that was released like 1 week ago. And so we are opening the beta, and as like in all our products, so we have really this I would say product-led growth philosophy. So there is a free tier, there is a free trial, so people will be able to use it for free with a certain limit of a number of tokens, and after they can also try out the full feature set with more tokens. And yeah, during the beta we'll welcome a lot of people to just try out the product, so we can get massive product feedback and improve the product.
And then also, what is SAS Sentinel? You also have SAS Sentinel?
Yeah, so we are a big fan of what we call like lead product magnet. So the idea of SAS Sentinel is really this. So we took our own technology, so our own Honeytokens, and we place them in different actually SaaS providers. It can be providers like really sensitive provider, like 1Password, like in the GitHub CI. So cloud providers, like it can be also Jenkins, like Drone CI. And like we just play them, we will actually delete the keys, and we'll just monitor if something happens, and just like to show, and we just give it to the community, so the ability to know when a Honeytoken has been triggered, meaning potentially a SaaS provider was breached, or like the key was accessed, so it should not be accessed. And yeah, so it's a way to give the community basically a score, or like a way to know if some breaches can happen in their like software supply chain in the SaaS provider.
And that's free and open for everybody to
like
use.
Everybody can just like look at the little alarm, just subscribe to the actually you just like put your email address, and each time and you just put your list of suppliers you want to monitor, and each time Honeytoken is triggered, we'll send you an email.
Very nice, very nice. All right. Thank you, Eric, for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
This has been great. This is one of our favorite topics to talk about. I think honeytokens, honeypots are very underutilized.
Yeah, like we, of course, like honeypot and honeytokens are like technologies that are like 20 years old. Like we didn't invent anything. You have great company like things like leveraging it, and but really our goal is to, I would say, democratize it, especially for software supply chain attack. I think it's definitely some technology like companies should like really use because it's like really fast to deploy. You have a low positive rate, and really you can catch the attacker. Like, and with all the attack we have seen lately, yeah, I think any company will have some points be breached, and they really really should know like where, how, and
Yeah.
and really at what time they are breached.
All right. It's great. It's great. Yeah, and if you can't stick around for the rest of the live stream or you're catching this afterward, head over to securityweekly.com/RSAC to find all of the RSA conference coverage by Cyber Risk Alliance. This has been Eric Fourrier from GitGuardian. And to find out more about them, visit securityweekly.com/GitGuardian RSAC. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.